Here's my honest take on the Diablo 4 beta. Visually, I think the game looks great, and when I wasn't getting booted, it ran reasonably well for me as well. What? Excuse me? I have 15,000 subscribers on YouTube. Yeah, 15,000. I'm kind of a big deal. Okay, can you just hurry up, get it sorted? There were minimal loading screens, just invisible walls instead. I do think the UI looks tacky as hell though. Just in case you forgot, boys, press enter to chat. I did really like the distinct zones in the open world, and some of the dungeons had really cool atmosphere. On the topic of dungeons though, the dungeon's layouts, mechanics, and bosses could do with way more variety. And yes, I do appreciate the irony of this coming from someone who's run Pindle literally tens of thousands of times. A boss I did enjoy though was the world boss, Ashava the Pestilent. I beat her once with my softcore sorceress and then got one-shotted with my level 16 hardcore rogue. I deserved that one. This might be my D2 route shining through, but I did think getting 4 legendaries as a reward was a bit excessive. In fact, I think the drop rates of legendaries could be tuned down a bit on the whole, just to keep them exciting for longer. Okay. I don't know about that. I mean, I'm here for it, but 4 legendaries? I don't know. I do like the extraction system a lot. Being able to extract the legendary power and insert that into rare items makes both finding legendaries and hunting for the perfect rare items rewarding. If D2's taught me anything, it's getting the perfect rare item is way harder than getting any unique, which really makes me wonder, why don't they just open up trading for everything, not just rares? As a side note, I do really appreciate the return of plus skills on items. For the skill tree, to be honest, I haven't fully solidified my thoughts on it, but it does seem pretty basic. One thing I did like was you didn't seem to be too punished for hybrid elemental specs, the way you are in Diablo 2. On my sorceress, I spent a lot of time using Arc Lash, Frozen Orb, Frost Nova, and Hydras, and I melted pretty much everything, but maybe this setup only works because sorceresses are overpowered as hell. Possibly my biggest criticism was with the scaled leveling system. As you leveled, enemies just leveled with you. This drastically took away from the sense of progression, at least it does in the early game. It didn't really feel like you were gaining power from leveling, because how much stronger did you really get if virtually every enemy just got stronger with you? As far as the story goes, I skipped through most of it. Sorry. I don't know if it was good or if it was bad, but personally, that's not really what I'm here for. I'm here for the items and the gameplay. Despite missing mana potions, the gameplay felt good. Casting spells and hitting enemies had a nice weight to it. It doesn't feel like Diablo 2 though. I don't think anything ever truly will, but it does feel like a much better version of Diablo 3. That last sentence pretty much sums it all up for me. If you want a true spiritual successor to Diablo 2, I think you're going to be disappointed. But I still think I'm going to have a lot of fun with this game at launch, but I don't know how long for. It's hard to say without experiencing the endgame loop and endgame itemization. The reason why I've been coming back to D2 for 20 years is because they knocked the itemization out of the park. I don't think anything will ever feel quite like finding a bear rune or rolling a perfect infinity, but with Diablo 4, I think the foundation is there, and it has the potential to be a great game within its own right.
Break the chains and discover who you were meant to be.